traveling alone with just your family could mean you're missing out on some great benefits, and we're gonna tell you why in this video.
We are Charity, Ben, Dakota, and Trinity. We decided we didn't want to wait for a life of adventure. So in 2017, we bought our first RV and set off to live a life of travel in the USA. We've visited over 38 states in 3 years and have many more to go. Follow along to learn all the best places to see, RV and travel tips, and much more.
Welcome back to the channel. We named our channel Grateful Glamper because we are so grateful to live this life of travel and location freedom, and we try to practice gratitude by thinking about one thing each day that we're thankful for. So we invite you to take just a moment, practice some gratitude, and maybe drop a comment below. Let us know what it is you're thankful for today. Before we jump into the meat and potatoes of today's video, we want to give a huge thank you to those of you that are supporting us on Patreon. Your support is really making the world of difference for us to be able to focus on bringing you this great content, but we also are loving to be able to connect with you on a deeper level, being able to follow your journey as well. So if you're interested in becoming a Grateful Glamper Insider, you can check us out on Patreon at the link below. We've traveled alone, meaning just our family, for the last 4 years that we've been RVing, and every once in a while we've just by happenstance been able to meet up with other families that happen to be staying at the same campground at the same time that we are. We've traveled alone, meaning just our family, for most of the 4 years that we've been out here living RV life. And every once in a while, we've run into families that we've known or connected with at campgrounds, but it's never been something that was planned. It's just something that happened by chance. But we've noticed a huge dynamic shift when we've been able to connect with other families in the same campground. Some of the things that we've noticed that just completely change is friends for our kids to play with. Now, it used to not be so big of a deal when our kids were 3 and 4 and they could just run up to another 3 or 4-year-old and say, hey, want to be my friend? But now that our kids are 9 and 11, they just don't seem to be willing to do that as much anymore. I have no clue why. I mean, that's not weird, right? Like, if I ran up to you in a campground, you would be my friend, right? Right? Babysitting swapping is something else that you can do when you have another family that's in the same campground that you are. Now, this would be amazing on multiple levels because we know some of you have got some littles out there, and I know you don't want to take your 2-year-old on that kayak trip, but you'd really like to go on that kayak trip, right? Or maybe that art museum that's in that area that you're staying in that's just world renowned, but you just know that your kids aren't going to have that same appreciation that you would, and just means it's not going to be a fun visit for anybody if the kids aren't having fun. So being able to have those resources with families that are in the same campground and be able to have the kids stay and play and mom and dad go get to do something fun and then vice versa the next day would be a huge benefit to being able to arrange travel with other like-minded families. Plus, being able to make memories with friends, just make those memories a little bit different. This last year when we were at Glacier National Park, our daughter met another travel family on the trail as we were going on a hike, and on the way down, her and this other little girl were just chat the whole way down, and it just completely changed the dynamic. And when we left Glacier National Park, that was our daughter's highlight of the trip, was being able to make a friend and have a friend to finish that hike with. Let's not even talk about road trip support, shall we? Because with a few of the breakdowns that we've had, it would have been so great to just have somebody along there, even for moral support, let alone logistical support, like, hey, can you let my kids sit in your car while we call this tow truck? Be so fun to have a caravan where if something does happen with a member of that caravan, there's other people around there to help support them along the way in the journey. We know thinking about caravanning and meeting up with other families wouldn't necessarily always be rainbows and unicorns all of the time, but we're willing to bet that with some advanced planning, it could be pretty darn fun. So here's some things that we're thinking about in making our travel plans for summer of 2022. Our friends Brian and Aaron over at 5 to Go did a summer caravan this last summer, and we've picked their brains a little bit about how they did it and how they made it work, and they absolutely loved being able to spend the summer with RV families. So here's what we're thinking right now. If you go over to Grateful Glamper and hit up our blog, and I'll leave a link below to this specific post, we're gonna have some information for you on what we're planning for the summer of 2022. So now we don't have the answer yet and how this is all gonna logistically work out, but we wanted to give you a heads up now. So if you head over to our blog on Grateful Glamper, and we'll leave a link to the post for this particular blog post down below, we'll have some preliminary information that you can take a look at. So we've realized that life on the road can be a little bit lonely for our family, and this whole ideal of being a nomad works great for some, but not as great for others. So we still want to be able to travel, we still want to be able to be those nomads, but we want to do it in community with others. So while this video is more of a video of just putting these ideas out there and putting those concepts out there and giving you a little bit of a heads up, we'd love to hear more from you and what your thoughts are in the comments below. So let us know below, have you ever done a caravan? Would you be interested in doing a caravan? Where are you at in your season of life? Do you travel with kids, grandkids? How does this whole dynamic of RV life and family and being nomads, but maybe not being nomads, how does it work for you? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear your suggestions and your feedback. Okay. I know, I got it ready. Oh, except for the chickens. Me some chicken dinner. Traveling alone, could you... And bring this... I have sweat dripping off my nose.
Do your face too on the side.
Florida! It's Florida! I am getting bit. Oh, no, it's not how I want to do it. You do this again. With a few of the breaks down, that's... So just be watching.
1 second. Let that plane go by.
Well, it is what it is now.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna start that part over. It's right here. Just, I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Okay. Just with half of us being extroverts. No, hold on. If you're not already subscribed yet to our channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or found it helpful or thought-provoking in any way at all. If you'd like to see more videos about RV tips, tricks, and education, check those out right over here. And if you'd like to see more fun places to travel and campgrounds to put on your travel bucket list, you can check those out right over here. And if we don't see you out on the road, we'll see you in the next video.